This is not an analytical class. This class is hands-on. The analytical stuff is valid. It's valid information, and I recommend you do some of that, especially if you have that analytical mindset. I want to teach you in the next couple of days how to use the tactile, hands-on approach as opposed to the analytical. By the end of tomorrow evening, all of you will know, just by taking a piece of wood, this is a loose top, this is a floppy top, or a stiff top, and what to do with that information to make your guitar the best it can be. All right, so here's what we're going to do over the course of the next 2 days. I'm going to teach you how to evaluate tops. All of us are going to evaluate the tops. We're going to pass them around so you can all know what I'm talking about. So we've got at least 15 or 20 tops here that we'll be able to analyze. We're going to choose one of those tops for you to work with over the next 2 days. We're going to thickness and graduate the top. I did say graduate. So we're all going to do that by hand plane, okay? We're going to make some braces. We'll attach the braces to your soundboard, and then we'll shape the braces.
How close to 90 is 90? Is 85 close to 90?
Nope, it's got to be 90. And there's ways that you can tell if it's exactly quarter sawn, and I'll show you here in just a minute, just by looking at the grain. And I've got a piece of wood here that I'm going to show you that is quarter sawn, and the grain staying straight up, and then there's a piece of it where it's not. Let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, so this one, I mean, this piece of cedar, it passes the tap test. I mean, it's just, wow. It's just all kinds of musical, and it's got excess of musicality in there. I mean, it's great. So I've given you an arsenal of tools. I've given you some techniques to evaluate your own tops. So what we're going to do is take my tops off the bench. We're going to get your tops out that you've brought to work with today. I want you to use these steps that I've taught you to evaluate your tops. Let's come up with a game plan and figure out which one you're going to use to voice throughout the next day or two. You got a couple of tops here. Explain to me why you chose the one you're going to use.
Well, they're really close. I think they're probably from the same log, and so as I look at the grain, they're really similar. This one has slightly longer silk all the way out to the edge.
Yep. Now, don't blow past the measurement. The magic number right now is around the 3 area, 3 millimeters. Don't blow past it. If you get down to 2.9, that's still okay, but really start paying attention around 3.1. It's really loosened up this way. So what we need to do now is graduate the thickness. And here's what I want to see. Okay, when it comes time to glue the braces onto the soundboard, what we're going to use is my version of a soletta. It's just a flat workboard. It's been dished out in this lower area in about the teardrop shape. All right, we've come to the end of day 1. It's been a long day. We learned how to evaluate soundboards. Everybody's chosen their own soundboard. We thicknessed it to the appropriate thickness for each individual soundboard. We graduated out to the perimeter. We've made braces, and everybody's in the Go-Bar deck and at least got the 7 initial fan braces glued up. Yeah, so now we've got a problem. We're too stiff again. So we got to bring it back down into that looseness and stiffness parameters that we need. And so we need to shape these braces. I like to shape these braces before I start adding any other brace. We'll talk about shape of the brace when we actually get it to the height we need.
Okay.
You can do round, you can do flat, you can do pyramid, you can do straight triangle like this, or you can come up a little bit and then triangle. There's a lot of different things you can do. We'll talk about shape here in just a minute.
Cool.
So here's the piece of cedar. We've given him the go-ahead as far as stiffness across there. We went ahead and scalloped the edges down. 35 millimeters in, all the way down to 0.
Feel to me like it's made any difference
No.
in the flexing.
Not just yet, but this next step will. Okay, here's the next step. Yeah, so compare it with your actual top that you've been working on for the last 2 days. Who had the floppiest top when we started? Who had the stiffest top when we started?
Chris over here.
Okay. Is that still the case?
Yes, actually,
so.
his is
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think that Chris's is the
I just think on the cross grain
That's going to make a good guitar.
still
I
loose
think so.